All right, my new friends. My name is Robin Elander, and I created this video to share with you a little bit about what I have in store for you in my new 8-week online course in large-scale event planning. It begins on August 27th, and this video will share a little bit about what that is all about. First, I'd want to share a little bit about me so you know who the heck is going to be teaching this and if you feel like I'm the right fit for you spending your time, because I know you value your time. So my goal and mission is to empower individuals to gain the skills, network, and confidence to create stronger, thriving communities worldwide. That's why I started my business, Global Good Impact. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about me, where I grew up. I grew up actually very shy in Jamestown, New York, near a lake. This is my family, my mom, my sister, her little girl, her husband, and my dad. My dad's passed away now, but he taught me an awful lot, so I like to include him in things like this. I love getting outdoors and have a serious sense for adventure. I recently learned how to ride a motorcycle, and I've traveled all over the world in Asia, Africa, you name it. I have almost been there. I've got a whole lot of places to go, but have been able to run programs all over the world. And this is my partner Rob and his two teenage boys, Blake and Noah, 16 and 17, almost 18. Oh, so crazy. And one of my major passions is to backpack in the Sierras. This is one of my favorite places right here to just find some peace and get out. I am a lake addict as well. I grew up on a lake, as I mentioned, and love to get out to play when I can. I currently live in Santa Barbara, California, so I'm not right next to a lake, but oh my goodness, water is where I find my solace. I'm also a trained yoga instructor, and that helps me balance out some of the kind of wild-haired things that come with large-scale special events. And this is from a yoga class on the beach in Santa Barbara. More about my event planning experience. I am the founder and director of Global Good Impact. I have 20 years of experience planning large-scale special events. Started planning events when I was 19, but had a lot of exposure to downtown community events. My mom was very involved in parades and festivals growing up, so it kind of runs deep in me. I've managed and planned fundraisers, parades, fairs, festivals, races, and hundreds of corporate events and summits, retreats, conferences, community campaigns around causes, and international travel programs. I've done a lot of consulting all over the world, and I currently serve as the executive director of the Summer Solstice Celebration, one of the largest parades and festivals on the West Coast. If you haven't been to it, you definitely want to check it out. It attracts about 100,000 people locally and from across the globe each June, and is so much fun. Here are some pictures, photos from the recent festival. We have this is the parade. One of our strongest groups, La Boheme Dance Company, really brings out the dancers, and we have a 3-day festival as part of it. This is our main stage. We also have a kiddos festival, and these are some pictures from that. We have these large-scale art. These guys are called Noaks, and lots of puppets, large-scale puppets as part of it. Some of my team from Summer Solstice, and this past year's theme was Wonder, and I just thought that this little guy captured that spirit. I have also coordinated as I mentioned, some fundraisers, and this is one of them, the Fun for Santa Barbara's Bread and Roses event. It's actually coming up this year pretty soon on October 5th, I believe, and it is, October 5th this year, Saturday, then in 2019. It is a community auction and dinner at a private venue at QAD, and it is a beautiful day of people coming together to support very important grassroots causes and raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for regranting back out into the community. It includes a silent auction, live auction, and a food tasting event. One of my favorite events that I get to support is Open Streets, and it is a fitness event at its heart, but it is an environmental event in that the goal is to get people out of their cars and get them focusing on physical fitness and trying all kinds of things out. So these were our different zones along Cabrillo Boulevard in Santa Barbara, and the event has expanded to be all over the county at this point. It's in almost every city in the county, and there was about 100 different activities along the parade route. I'm sorry, not a parade route, along the event route, along with a 5K that ran through the zoo. Some more pictures from Open Streets, and I share this one because this one just brings me so much joy. It was a photo from my birthday during an Open Streets event, and I really want to be able to share how much joy I have putting on events so that you can experience some of that along the way. I have put on many events in downtown cultural districts, including this one called the Art Walk, where over between 60 and 80 venues participated each year, and it was a several mile event where different stages and activities happen throughout the area. It's a way to highlight the district. A women's summit was a very fun project that I collaborated with a few amazing ladies, these two in the middle, Meg and Elisa, on the Soul Success Summit, and met some amazing people in the past couple years. And here's some of our speakers from that. Really love some women's summits. Elisa and I are putting on a major retreat for women called Project Impact. It's coming up on October 18th through the 21st. It's a business boot camp and retreat for female entrepreneurs. If that's of interest to you, I definitely would love to have you there. And this is the luxury venue in Santa Barbara that it will be at. It actually sleeps 28 people, and it will be an amazing couple of days. Another project that I'm involved in is called the Santa Barbara Timeline Mosaic with Betsy Gallery, local artist here. And we are working on a project that is a 50-foot mosaic showcasing 150 million years of Santa Barbara's history in this one mosaic. So we are currently in the process of developing this project and seeking the right site installation location for that. Many environmental projects. One is called Cool California, or also Cool Block, and it's all about empowering a climate movement one block at a time. So it's a block-based initiative, and here are some of the students we've been working with at the University of Santa Barbara. A full class of over 200 people we're collaboratively working on, and it's been a very exciting project. Entrepreneurship is a big passion of mine, and I was able to assist with starting a Women in Leadership program, a certificate program, along with a number of staff at Antioch University, as well as a socially responsible MBA program. So that was a great learning experience that I've been able to learn so much from and be able to continue to share with you from that. I love sharing some of that experience with youth. I've put on an activism and entrepreneurship teen camp and supported one of my fabulous partner in crime collaborators, my friend Whitney Webb, to support her teen camp called Launch Generation. I've also managed global service adventure programs for teens. This one was in Ecuador with a company called LifeWorks International. And then I led a trip to Guatemala, Nicaragua, and Peru with a group of first-year college students to learn Spanish and to do leadership projects in each of those areas. So that just gives you a feel for who I am and what I'm all about, what types of projects that I have managed, events, so that you know exactly what kind of experience that I can share with you. Here's some of the media coverage I've received, just a sampling of it for the various different events that I have put on. And now I'm going to dive in specifically to what you're going to learn and what I'm going to share in this course. So again, it's an 8-week online course, and the first week we'll talk about why plan a major community event. One of the major reasons I am involved in this effort is because major community events create a real sense of place. They contribute to civic pride, stimulate economic vitality, and they can really show off a district, bring attention or community to a cause. There's a lot of other reasons people put on events. That's the one that really gets to my core, and we'll talk about a lot of ways that they can support your organization. But events are also not always the right thing to do to bring an idea to life. It may be best that you might want to do a class or program. So we'll talk about when it's not the best idea to put on an event. We'll get clear on your event vision and mission. We'll talk about timelines for different types of events and projects. And we'll dive in to an initial conversation about the permitting process. As you can imagine, the larger event that you put on, the more permits that you are going to encounter. So we will have a deep conversation about that and explore, and I'll give you strategies as to how to handle those and real deep knowledge as to how to work with the planning bodies involved. We'll speak about venue selection and considerations. Week 2 will build your budget. We'll talk about considerations when it comes to budgets, and then really get into talking about creating and managing your rock star team, whether that's of staff, volunteers, contractors, but whoever is going to be involved. We'll talk about all the people that you'll want to try to get involved and then how to kind of bring that all together. Week 3 is about grants and sponsorships and the various income generating activities and strategies that can contribute to a productive program, project, or experience for your event. That can include ticket sales, VIP pricing, vendor fees, and so many other things. Week 4, partnerships and collaborations for a successful event. These are so crucial, and we'll talk a lot about those. Also, contracts, getting those right, and legal and insurance issues will come up. We'll discuss those further as well. And a majorly important thing when you're managing something at whatever size it is, but especially as your event or project gets larger, is self-care and team care. And I will tell you that I learned some of this the hard way and how to not burn out and to really support yourself and your team along the way. Week 5, we'll talk about, excuse me, marketing, advertising, and communication strategies. All of them, including social media and email communication strategies, in kind, and how to speak with the media, all of that kind of stuff. Tech and automation, I don't want you to be doing every little piece of this, and how to kind of create something and not have to do it again every single time. And contact management, you're going to be meeting everybody in your town and beyond, and you want to make sure that you have a good way to keep track of your contacts. Week 6, more permits. We will speak about planning for alcohol and food at events, street closures, and any other types of permits you may want to consider and how to handle them. These are going to be different in different cities and communities, but I will go deep into strategizing as to how to handle all of that stuff and to get some support along the way with that. Week 7, working with gatekeepers and governmental agencies, those people who can say, yes, you can go ahead and do this, or no, you can't. And so this is an important conversation in how to work with those individuals and organizations effectively. Events, security and risk management is a very important part of events and large-scale projects, so this is an important part of our conversation as well. Week 8 is more technology, also planning for environmentally friendly events. We don't want to leave a whole lot of garbage here and there. We want to make sure that people walk away not only feeling great about the experience, but that you feel great about the environmental impact that you are making. We'll speak about post-event celebrations and how to really make sure that you take care of your team, and sponsor thank yous. You want to bring those sponsors back and how to maybe go about that. Lots of different strategies there. Evaluations and debriefing, not only for your immediate team, but possibly for the greater community who has participated in your event. So as you can see, it is a jam-packed 8 weeks. And what else is included? So you'll have the opportunity to network and collaborate with other professionals in this private Facebook group where the course is hosted. You can continue to connect with them during and after the course. The modules and the information and the camaraderie that is created will, I can't guarantee you that the camaraderie that's created will stay in the group, but I believe that the connections and will continue way after the end of the course, and the content will still remain there, so you'll be able to continue to access that. You'll have 2 hours of one-on-one support calls with me during the program. This is going to be an opportunity for me to learn exactly what you're working on and troubleshoot with you, and also be able to share the most relevant contact to you and all of the other students in the course. You'll have the opportunity to ask questions at any time in the Facebook group, not only to me, but to the other students, and see the responses to their questions. And you'll have the opportunity to access an accountability partner to keep you on track with your goals. You'll also have access to templates and resources, specifically press releases, budgeting templates, event and project timeline templates, and sponsorship and marketing documents that you can use as resources for creating your own. So if this sounds good, I hope it does. And if you sign up, this is a little bit of information as to what happens right after that. So I'd love for you to review the pre-program packet and fill out the pre-program questionnaire. This is going to give me a really good feel for where you would like to go and how I can best support you during the 8 weeks. Then introduce yourself in the private Facebook group, where you live, what your goals are for the course, and the type of event or project you're considering. You can add that as a post with your photo, or you can do it as a video post in the private Facebook group. Then we'll schedule your one-on-one support calls, and I will send you an easy to use Calendly link, so that's a fast process. Again, it's conducted in a private Facebook group, so the link will be shared with you after your registration. And the course modules and material will be shared in the group each Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. But you don't have to be in there live at 10 a.m. You can take the course at your own pace and pop into the group to ask questions and access the material at any time during the week. You can also share your upcoming events and projects at any time during and after the program to get feedback from other participants and to potentially access collaborators who you may want to pull into your project. My goal is that this will be a safe, empowering space to ask questions and have a lot of fun in a lively, supportive learning environment. The course dates are August 26th through October 18th, and the cost for the course, if you pay for it in full, is $1,249. And if you are interested in paying monthly, it is 10 monthly payments of $125. You can register on the Global Good Impact website at this link here. It also will be with the Facebook post that you may have found this from. If you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer anything in advance. Again, my name is Robin Elander, and my email address is globalgoodimpact@gmail.com, and that is the website of my consulting business, Global Good Impact. And I hope that you join us. If you have other projects or questions, I will be more than happy to support you. And I look forward to having you in the course and getting to know all of what you are planning and scheming up and how I can support you. Thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope to connect with you soon. Have a great rest of your day.